I'm just walking to the boat to head to a different town on the lake. Thought I would live it. Doggy doggy. Oh, no, gracias. Buenas. Dogs. Little checkpoint here. So yeah, that was me essentially walking through town, and I'm like almost to the lanchas, aka boats. Tuk-tuk coming. Hola. Buenas. Have some things growing here. Very good, very good. Oh, then here's the town. Like, town. Buenas. Hola. Pana hachal? Okay. Sit. About to go to Pana. Hola.
¿Para Pana?
Sí.
Vamos.
Okay. Now I'm in the boat. I'm in the boat now. So yeah, let me see if I can go live. Yeah, in Lake Atitlan, there's a whole bunch of different little towns and villages along the lake, and people take the boat or the lancha to get to the other villages and stuff like that. If you've been to New York City, it reminds me of like the subway, basically, like different boroughs, and you just like get on the subway. But the boats definitely don't take as long as the subways, and Yeah, like before quarantine and lockdown and all of that, you could hop on a boat super like affordable, you know, and you'd like get to where you need to go. If it was like, oh, I need to kind of like, if you live in one town or one place, one city even, and you would like drive in a car to get to where you're going, instead of driving in a car, you would just hop into the boat. Basically the boat would have boats like this big, so not like a super huge boat, but still can fit a lot of people on there. And yeah, before lockdown, you could just hop on a boat, you know, like however, like $1 to $5, get to where you need to go. I would hop on a boat to like go to the health food store. I would hop on a boat to go to Panajachel, one of the bigger cities, which is like again where I'm going now. And then other than that, I wouldn't really get on the boat, you know. I would take like a tuk-tuk or I would walk. Tuk-tuks are those little cars that you just saw maybe buzzing around on the streets. But yeah, so then lockdown happened and it was like no boats were going, and on a human level it felt very like, what the fuck, how do I get to the health food store, you know what I mean? I ended up getting stuff on the health food store like delivered to me where I was living on like a motorbike, you know, so it was like we were still able to get our needs met, but not having the convenience of the boat was like really difficult and frustrating. So that was on a human level, but on like a metaphysical level, or like a more macrocosm zoomed out perspective, it was just like the lake was able to chill out, like Earth was able to chill out and not have all these boats like zoom 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 on her all of the time, which was cool. I'm also eating an apple that I got in the market, maybe like, I'm bad at distances, like 50 to 100 yards from where I live right now. There's a market that happens 2 days a week, and people from, I don't even know like from how, like the distance that they come from, but they come and we have market twice a week, and I usually get like apples, bananas, oranges. I don't even know what they're called, but they're like, I'll try to show you these fruit. Fruit tour. I need to plug my phone into. Un momento, por favor. Okay, let me see this now. Can I? I'm trying to. Okay, where do you live? I live on Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. Like if you. Come on. Like if you fly into Guatemala City from wherever you're coming from, usually you get, if you're from the States, you can get a connecting flight from Texas or Florida, and then the flight to Guatemala is just like a few hours. You can fly into the city, and then it's like a 3 to 4 hour, what am I thinking of? Not a bus, not a like van, shuttle, like a 3 to 4 hour shuttle ride from the city to Lake Atitlan basically, and it's like a cool, it's so beautiful, and it's like it's such a cool vortex. If you've ever been to other vortexes, like say like Sedona or Mount Shasta and stuff like that, just like the energies that come through this space are really awesome. Whether you come through and you decide to stay for way longer than you had anticipated, or you come through and it's just for like, you know, that retreat or however you came through, it's so like you're not the same before as when you came, but hey, that's what life is basically. It's super beautiful. There are like indigenous humans still like here living, coexisting, which is not how I've ever known it, you know what I mean? I come from Ohio, and there's like no, in my experience, there was no real native presence knowing about the dress, knowing about the language. It was more just like the Cleveland Indians, you know, like the racist like caricature of a native face for like the sports team. So it is like an honor and a privilege to be sharing space in this way. You live on a boat? No, I don't live on a boat. The boat is essentially like a taxi, or it's like how you get from point A to point B on the lake and stuff like that, because there's not a lot of cars. There's what's called like a tuk-tuk, a little like motor golf carty type of thing that can get you from point A to point B on land. But then if you're needing to go to a different town, then you take a boat, basically. But this was the fruit I was trying to show y'all that I got at the market. Hola. I don't know what it's called, but like you crack it open and it's super goopy. But no, I definitely don't live on a boat. Here's the view from the boat. The valley. These yellow flowers have just started blossoming. Are super beautiful. I'm on another boat, and then there's the lake, a volcano. But yeah, so now we're waiting for the boat to fill up with more people. There's like maybe like 5 to 7 of us now. They usually wait for 10 people, and then we'll go. The boat ride is like 15-20 minutes or so, but it's nice. Like, I don't know, my body, I like feeling motion every so often, so it's a nice little like, oh yeah, I'm on a boat, ah, cool. And then I'm meeting some friends in the other town who have gone before me. They went just super early, and I was like, no, I'd rather just like exist and be before like throwing myself to the world like that. So I did, yeah, like maybe hour and a half of just morning routine type of stuff. Been really getting into Paige Flowers' content. Her content concerning like censorship, but also cryptocurrency and digital sovereignty. Happy Thanksgiving! Oh, I had like such a trip the other day. I was like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, and you know, like, if you've been in the conscious community, you might have been like deprogramming certain aspects of Thanksgiving for like a few years now, you know what I mean? So like that's what I've been doing, being like, okay, what parts of this do I resonate with? Eating good food, being with people I like. Duh, let's do that every day, maybe. What parts don't I resonate with? Oh, like the consumer mind control bullshit, you know, really reflecting on like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade and like how that was so ritualistic, but in actuality, no one else has to believe this, but I'm processing it like, oh, it's like we're getting so programmed on top of the good things that are like family connection food. We're getting so programmed with like, and buy this stuff, and buy this, and buy that, and buy this, and buy that, and like these companies are your friends, and these companies are your family, and it's just like blurring all those lines. And yeah, it was like happy to be getting away from it over the past few years, but I was still like, you know, I'll gather, I'll be with my family, all of that. And then this year, it pulled the fucking rug out from everyone, and it was like, all right, you know, if you've been doubting, if you have been resisting letting go of these aspects of these holidays that don't serve you, whatever that might be, you know, this year comes and it's like, you know, it makes everything even harder to do in a way. So it's like, really make sure you want to be doing what you're doing because of all the hoop jumping and bullshit. But I like good food and I like being around cool people, and that's literally part of my mission today. The boat is now moving. Oh, I thought the boat moving. I have some friends who live here. I've personally never been myself yet, only stopping at the dock like we are now. This is what it looks like. So yeah, it's just like riding the bus or something. Has different stops, picks up different people, you know. They're wanting to get the most people on the boat to go to the destination to make it worth, you know, like the gas to get there and all that. And yeah, I'm going full tourist mode, being mindful to not capture people on the camera that, you know, I don't have their consent to be on the camera, because I don't want to be like, I don't know, just like the disrespectful gawking tourist, but just like in all the ways that I'm like unaware of how ignorant and not mindful that I'm being, you know. In all the ways I am aware, I like to do those things to stay in line, as in don't record people unless you have their fuck yeah consent about it. You know, walk with pride, walk like you have all these ancestors behind you, but at the same time walk lightly. Like, who are you trying to prove anything to? So yeah, we just at the little boat stop, and we heading out again. So from the village I was just at to Santa Cruz, where we just went, that was literally 5 minutes, if that. And like, you're riding the boat, looking at all these beautiful like natural elements. It's like all these like hills and valleys and stuff, but then all these houses embedded in those natural elements as well. It's very, very nice. Oh, they're building a new dock. Oh, cool. Oh, they're straight up building a new dock right there too. All right, now the boat's going again. gotten back to normal. Stop in the middle of the road. But yeah, everything's okay in the sense that we have like all this water right here to like swim in, and like worst comes to worst, the water gets shut off, there's all this water right here, the sun is out, like it's usually sunny most of the days. We had rainy season, but we're getting out of rainy season now. Lots of people are building their own things, lots of people growing their own food, all of that. There's a pretty vibrant and poppin' expat community here, like people who have left their homes of origin. So it's like, yes, not only is there an indigenous vibe, but there's also like this super cool international cultural vibe. You know, like I'm from the States, people, my experience in the States, majority of people I spent my time with, they were like from my hometown, from my home state, and they'd not left much, or they left and like they came back, that whole deal. But now I can just go run a simple errand and I can cross paths with so many people from so many different places, and it's really cool. India has many problems now, a lot of people die. Yeah, like there are legit problems going on that I don't think can be pinned to any one thing, you know, any one virus, any one person. I think we're seeing the effect of who even knows how long of systemic like slavery and forces that are just like not that into life unfolding and all of that. But yeah, so in real time we're on this boat, we're like in the middle of the lake and the boat stopped, which happens. We're like kind of backing up, doing that whole thing. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm also pushing my edge of feeling like a weirdo talking like to people who aren't physically with me, as like there are people who are physically with me. Oh, so beautiful, oh my god. But yeah, I can't speak for everyone, but anytime I get to like tunnel vision and focused on like what are ultimately small problems, I swear I just like I exit that bubble and I look at what beautiful nature goes back. You know, it's like I can get in my really small pity party perception, but just literally like head up and looking up, there's such beauty, and like it's so hard to stay butthurt surrounded by such beauty, which is like being on earth, you know, if you want to look at it that way. And yeah, I've also been getting really into this podcast slash YouTube channel called Tentacle Croissant, and Richard Grannon is a psychology specialist that drops gems on there, and yeah, just very interesting. But he was laying out this perspective that was like, yo, even during World War II, World War I, you know, COVID, like just the most awful things happening on planet Earth to humans, there have been also at the same time parts of Earth that have been completely untouched and are beautiful and it's lovely, and it's like, oh my god, that's literally true. Like, cut to one scene, humans blowing each other up, cut to another scene, you know, same timeline or whatever, and it's just like crickets, literally cricket chirping. What can you do? Alright, I'm gonna hop off of here to navigate the like paying for the boat and all of that, but I'll try to hop back on. I'm in Pana now. What? Thanks to everyone who came along.